So the way it works is we have a scheduling and a planning team. The scheduling group, I work closely with them on making sure we have the appropriate number of vehicles scheduled per week. The porters basically follow that schedule. They bring the vehicles in, they clean them all up here, and they prep them. Now it's really important to have the vehicles clean because we have to put graphics and body components on these, and they can't have dirt and debris on them once they come through the shop for that installation process. So this area right here is basically our staging area, and this is where all the vehicles are going to start out. All these trucks lined up over here are the next trucks in line that are going to go onto the actual assembly lines. We'll explain the different assembly lines here shortly. And then the Mustangs, again, are set up as the next vehicles in line to be built.
Are all of these vehicles already sold, or are dealerships ordering them to stock them on their lots, or how does that work, do you know?
That's a good question. So they're not all pre-sold to end customers. In fact, we don't even know if they're sold to an end customer. From our standpoint, our customer is the dealerships, right? So what the dealers do is the dealerships typically will order vehicles from us for stock. They'll have a vehicle on their showroom floor, and then the bigger dealers will actually have a lot of other inventory on their lots as well. However, typically what happens is the dealer will have a customer come in, see a vehicle on their showroom floor, and they'll love the vehicle, but they may want a little bit of a change to it. They may want a different color, they may want a different option. So then the dealer can spec that out, enter the order, and then we'll get the chassis ordered right away for them and get it in line to be built, so that customer can get exactly what they want.
Perfect, okay. So if you want to walk us through this first stage here.
Absolutely. So Daryl here is getting ready to drill the holes in the hood for the hood scoop. So this operation here is just before the vehicles actually come online, and we try to keep some of the messier work, the drilling operations offline, away from everything else. So we've got a couple of fixtures here that we built that actually are going to apply right down onto the hood and onto the deck lid. As you can see, he pulled the hood scoop fixture over. It's got positive retention on 3 sides. It's also got suction cups that hold the fixture in place. And then we've got a vacuum that actually is hooked up right to the actual fixture. So as he's drilling the holes, it's going to be sucking the metal shavings right into the vacuum. Again, that's the very beginning of the operation. And then, as I mentioned, we have several different assembly lines set up. We'll go through them piece by piece here, but just to give you a quick overview, basically there's 5 different assembly lines. The very first line area is our F-150 line, all the core content. Naturally aspirated vehicles, our base F-150 package, by the time it comes off that main line, other than a wheel alignment, which is done offline over here in our alignment machine, that vehicle will be completed. If that vehicle gets a supercharger, we have a separate line set up at the very outside lane here, and that line is set up just for the F-150 superchargers alone. Then we have our main Mustang line. Every Mustang that we build comes through the core line. It doesn't matter if it's an i4, if it's a V6, or if it's a GT. Body enhancements, interior mods, the exhaust systems, wheels and tires, graphic options, all those components are going to be installed in on that main line. We have a separate line set up, that's the second line over here, and that's set up just for the Mustang suspension, which is optional on the i4, and it is a core component on the RS2 and the RS3. And then all the stage 3 Mustangs are going to go through this final line over here, and that is, again, a dedicated line for the superchargers on the Mustangs themselves.
That's where the fun stuff happens.
Absolutely. That's where the real power gets added.